So this is going to be another response to Milo Stewart. I haven't actually watched the video yet, but she's in the bathtub with putting soap on herself, like, with clothes on. It's really weird. I think it's part of her mental breakdown, so this should be fun.
I miss the day when bath vlogs were a thing, because they used to be all the rage back in the day, back in like 2012, and now no one does them. So I'm bringing back bath vlogs.
Cute and canny, more than just one out of many.
The only depressing thing about it is the cheapest bubble bath at CVS was $10. What?
The proper way to say that, Milo, is what you say, what you say, what you say, what?
A stable mental health in this economy? At least, like, this smells good. Like, I can get rid of the tea sweat smells.
Oh, please don't tell me you're already on testosterone, Milo. No. No, seriously, Milo. I'm very scared for your health right now. If you go on testosterone for long enough, you'll probably commit suicide because you're obviously female, and you won't like it when your body becomes male.
I just wanted to have a little chat about life.
I don't get why you're putting soap on yourself with your clothes on. Like, what is this? I'm not even understanding this.
Because overall, my life has been doing real good so far lately. There's been some good things happening in my life.
You really do act and have mannerisms like a girl, Milo. I just don't understand how you think that you're trans. You're so incredibly feminine.
But that doesn't negate the fact that Thanksgiving is this Thursday, and oh boy. You see, this year I'm at college, which is going great. I'm loving it. But my parents live in Texas and I'm going to school in Chicago, which means that going home for only like a 4-day Thanksgiving break is not affordable. I can't afford to fly home for Thanksgiving. So I'm staying at my aunt's house for Thanksgiving. That's all fine and dandy, right? My aunt is a really great person for taking me for Thanksgiving, and she has a cat, and it's back in my hometown. Gonna have a good time, you know, real good. The only drawback is that I'm not out to my aunt. You might be thinking, what? How is that possible? You're out to at least 17,000 people online.
And those 17,000 people are probably mostly trolls who sub to you specifically so they can make response videos or just to be trolls.
How are you not out to your aunt? Me too, same. I am in the same boat. I agree full-heartedly.
It's wholeheartedly, Milo.
You see, I'm in the process of coming out to my extended family, but coming out to people is hard, especially when part of my family is extremely religious and not super friendly of the gays.
Okay, I understand if there's some very conservative religious people that you might have a problem with them. However, Milo, you're just the other side of the extreme when it comes to political extremism. So, you're just as actually unaccepting and intolerant as they are.
Like, my aunt's real chill, but I just haven't come out to her yet. Just coming out to relatives when you're seeing them for the first time in 3 years, probably not the most fun time you could have. You could say that the stress relief bubble bath is a way for me to cope for the fact that in a few days I'm going to be in an environment where I'm going to be constantly dead named and misgendered.
Oh, poor you. You're gonna be called a girl's name and called girl's pronouns, even though you're a girl. I mean, this really does trivialize the struggles of actual trans people.
Woo! I am not flexible and I just sprayed myself with water. Whoops!
So are you actually taking a bubble bath? Then why is your shirt on? And the lab goggles. Why? Why the lab goggles? Always the lab goggles. Like, I don't get this. What is this?
I've gone really far in my transition lately, and I've not actually been in an environment where I've been dead named for a really long time.
I hate how these people are calling their birth names their dead names. I mean, I've never understood that. Why is it called a dead name? It's just your birth name. It's just the name that was given when you were born. Even for real trans people, I don't understand why you would call it a dead name.
Because my school uses preferred names for everyone, so no one ever calls me by my dead name. unless I'm like in a situation where I have to use my legal name. I don't get dead named. Like, that doesn't happen. But starting this Wednesday, I'm gonna have to answer to my dead name again. And also, like, dysphoria is gross.
Except you've admitted that you actually don't have dysphoria, so what are you talking about?
I've come a long ways in my transition lately, but this is like a blast from the past. I'm packing like all of my most masculine outfits that I feel comfortable wearing because I gotta compensate somehow. If I'm gonna be ultra dysphoric in one area of life, I gotta compensate in another.
But you've admitted that you're not a trans man, so why would wearing masculine clothing alleviate your dysphoria? I don't understand this.
I've also been trying to come up with a list of all the things that I've been doing since I started college that don't make me sound like a massive queer, because I am a massive queer, and almost everything I do has to do with being queer in some way.
In other words, you're a straight person who's just trying to say that you're somehow queer, even though you said you're asexual, and I thought queer meant gay, and I don't understand. You just want to sound special is basically, it seems like what you're trying to get at.
Oh, I guess the most heterosexual thing that I could tell her I've done is that I went on a couple of dates with a guy. She doesn't need to know the fact that he is a homosexual and I'm also a homosexual. It appears straight. If she thinks I'm a girl, then that sounds pretty straight.
Wait, but you've said you were asexual, and now you're saying you're homosexual? It's that you're a gay guy? What? But you've said that you weren't a guy. What? What you say? I don't understand this.
My strategy to deal with being dead named before I came out was just to go by a bunch of different nicknames that some were close to my dead name, some were just random names that I started going by that was easier to not be dead named because they were not as feminine.
Your actual birth name, Milo, was Rory, which is a gender-neutral name. And it's actually kind of a cute name. I think it suits you better than Milo, but I'll still call you Milo.
As my actual dead name. But I don't know if I want to ask my aunt to call me by a nickname that I haven't gone by since like middle school. I think also definitely finding excuses to hang out with friends. If you're stuck visiting relatives and have friends nearby, that's probably also real good. Or like any excuses to just generally get away for a little while are probably gonna like be helpful. To be like, yes, I definitely have this huge project due the day I get back from break. I really need to work on it right now. I'm sorry I can't spend as much time with you as I would like because I have this huge project due. I don't even know if I'm giving advice or trying to help myself anymore. Listen, I don't know what is going on in my life. Tell me what your Thanksgiving plans are. And give each other advice, / give me advice on how to survive being around family that may be conservative, may want to talk about politics.
Oh my god, they might talk about politics. How horrible!
May dead name you a lot. It's probably guaranteed to dead name you a lot. I need advice. Please help. I hope y'all are well and have a good Thanksgiving. Peace.
Feel the funk blast!